Quilters of my So Quilty Life, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited for today. Today we are starting our Quilt Room block of the month. Can you believe it? It's already January 14th. I cannot believe we are already here and we're getting started on this block of the month. For the next 5 months, we're gonna have so much fun putting together the most adorable quilt room. As I mentioned in previous videos that you might have seen, we're doing something just a little bit differently for this block of the month. Instead of me going through the pattern and making each block and making the quilt for a second time, yep, I've done that in the past, this time we're doing block walkthroughs and skill builder videos. You may have seen some of the skill builder videos already on my YouTube channel. Definitely go ahead and check those out if you need any help at all during this block of the month. But what a block walkthrough video is essentially me walking through the blocks on the quilt, which I have here. I'll be walking you through each block, talking about which skill builder video you need to reference if you need any assistance, as well as showing you things that you might want to pay close attention to, or maybe it's just a challenging area in the quilt, but I think these block walkthroughs you're going to get a lot out of. I will also share some tips and tricks I have for you during each month of the block walkthrough video that also touch on what I've already maybe said or maybe haven't said in one of my skill builder videos. But we're gonna go ahead and get started with month one. So go ahead and break open those patterns, find your month one pattern, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. Okay, so your month one pattern should look like this. We are making 4 blocks this month. Block 1, 2, 3, and 4. Pretty simple, right? I'm gonna go to my other camera angle to show you the different blocks that we're gonna be making. I will also pop up the blocks that I have that aren't in the quilt. It's just the block pictures that I took for the photography for the pattern, so you can really see each block by itself without seeing it in the quilt. Sometimes it can be a little challenging to get a good view of what's happening in the quilt. Now, one thing that you will need for your month one in order to make your blocks is your hand embroidery. You do have a hand embroidery guide in your patterns if you want to do any of the hand embroidery. I love hand embroidery. I think it adds something extra to the quilt, but if you either don't have time or don't wish to do that, I do have 2 solutions for you. So I have a pre-printed panel in my shop. This is the Quilt Room pre-printed panel right here, and all you have to do is simply cut out your words. You don't even have to hand embroider them. So easy to do that. So definitely check this out in my shop at mysoquiltylife.com if you really don't want to do the hand embroidery. Totally fine. This is your quilt. I want you to love it and I want you to not be frustrated with it. So if hand embroidery is not for you, definitely check out that panel. Another thing you can do instead of hand embroidery, you can fill in where the hand embroidery should go with another piece of fabric, whether it be low volume or another print fabric, or just leave it plain with nothing in it. Totally up to you. Again, this is your quilt. You make it exactly how you want it. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and go to my other camera angle, and I'm gonna show you the quilt, and I'm gonna walk through each block, telling you tips and tricks and which skill builder videos you need to reference. Let's get started. Okay, first I would like to apologize for the camera angle. In future videos, we're gonna have our overhead camera mounted, just like my other tutorials that you're used to, but for now I have a camera tilted at an angle. So I do apologize. I still hope this is beneficial for you. So here is our month one pattern. This is the entire month one section that you're gonna be making, but this month is broken up into 4 different blocks. We have block 1, our little iron, block 2, our little pin jar and pin bowl, block 3, our sewing machine, and block 4, which is this bottom of our table here. So right here I have the quilt, and I'm going to move it over so that you can see block 1 right here. So this is our block 1. It's just this little iron right here. And this block is so simple. You just have a couple corner squares here and here, and really you're just assembling all these pieces together. So the videos that I would reference would definitely be videos 1, 2, and 3 of the skill builder videos. I would also check out video 5, which is talking about the seam allowance and trimming units. So luckily in this block, we don't have anywhere that absolutely has to line up. There's nothing in here aware of where any points really need to line up with another seam. So you're really just doing a couple corner squares here and here, and then assembling all of your units together to put together this iron. So this block is a great block to start the block of the month because it is so simple. It allows you to make a quick block and have a quick win for this block of the month, because I know the whole quilt probably feels a little daunting. Okay, so let's move on to block 2. So I'm gonna move everything back this way. Lots of moving around until I can get my overhead camera going. Okay, for block 2, your block 2 is this right here. So you're making this adorable little pin cushion. You're making a little pin bowl and a little pin jar on a shelf. Now this pin jar is where the hand embroidery first comes into the quilt. So again, you can either do the hand embroidery or pick up a pre-printed panel if you still want the words. This block is a little bit more detailed than the previous block. Right here, you are making half square triangles. Be sure to check out Skill Builder video number 4, showing you how to do half square triangles. In the pattern, I do have you making 2 at a time. And those are little tiny guys right there. So cute. And then you're just assembling it. Things that do need to line up on this would be your seams right here. And mine are not perfect, and that's totally fine. It doesn't bother me, but mine are a little shifted. But if you want to pay close attention, especially to this step right here, which is step 13 and 14 and 15 in the pattern, right here, just getting those to line up. You want to check out Skill Builder video number 6 on nesting your seams and getting those to line up. Be sure to check that out. Otherwise, this block is pretty self-explanatory. You just have some more corner squares there, corner squares here, and then right here at the top for the lid of the jar, you do want to make sure that you are lining up those seams right there. So you'll check out videos 1, 2, and 3 for the corner squares, but then you're going to want to check out video number 6 for nesting your seams. I do have you press in opposite directions, so as long as you're checking your seam allowance and you're trimming after each unit you make, those should line up perfectly. Other than that, you're just putting together this block with your straight seams, and it is easy peasy. Our next block is block number 3, and probably the one you guys are probably most excited to make. And this one is our sewing machine, and you have a little bit of the quilt block right here under the needle. So this block is a little larger. Its unfinished size is 15.5 by 14. You do have a lot of steps in this block and a lot of corner squares. You've got corner squares here around these dials on the front, corner squares right here to kind of make that throat of the machine. You got corner squares just about at every corner that you can see. Right here, you do have small corner squares. If you want to check out the Skill Builder video number 3, that's corner squares working with 3/4 inch unfinished right there. Another technique that I haven't yet released the video for is flying geese, because you will need flying geese in this block. That will be Skill Builder video number 7. So I will make sure I get that released. Now, you will be working with small pieces within this block. You have some 3/4 inch unfinished pieces in here. Just go slow. Be sure to change your stitch length to a 1.5 or under, definitely under 2, but I like to be at 1.5. Also, make sure that you're pressing according to the pressing instructions in the pattern. Those are those little black arrows. Some have numbers. If it has a number, that's just telling you what order you need to sew and assemble in. So right here, just pay close attention that you are assembling this needle properly and aligning it with the middle of this part right here. Other than that, I think you'll be pretty good. You do need to nest your seams right here, but I believe just right here and right here is all that needs to be nested besides this quilt block. But right here and here are 2 spots on this quilt that need to be nested, so pay close attention when trimming and assembling those units. Here is right here. This part of the quilt block is what you're making in month 1. The rest is in another month. So you're just making 1 flying geese and then 2 half square triangles. So be sure to check out half square triangle video number 4 and the flying geese number 7. Okay, so that's it for block 3. And block 4 is, I think I lied to you. I think you said you were making this in another month, but you're not. You're making it this month. You're welcome. Not sure if you can see all of this good, but you are making this unit right here all the way across. So you have your tabletop, which is brown. You have your little pen holder or pencil holder. That's what that is, if you didn't know what that is. You also have the rest of your quilt block right here. And then you have all of your little scallops for your table, and then a little bit of the top leg. I don't know if there's a word for that, but there might be. So in this block, you've got a lot going on. You're working with small pieces. You got flying geese, and you got half square triangles again, but you also have all of these corner squares that have to nest all through here to make those scallops, as well as little tiny pieces. I'm not sure that you can see that. I want to really show you. Right here, you have little tiny pieces. So again, just throwing in those 3/4 inch unfinished pieces at you. You're welcome. But right here, you really want to make sure that these corner squares here and on this little detail of the leg line up and nest right there. So pay close attention there on both sides. You also want to make sure that you're paying close attention to the pressing instructions all through these scallops right here on the desk, because those need to nest really good. Also, you'll be nesting your seams here. So be sure to check out video number 6. And then all the way over here, this guy is pretty fun to make. You are just making this pen pencil holder thing. And you're working with a lot of 3/4 inch unfinished, which means that's a 1/4 inch finished pieces with all of these little pins and all these little pieces for that pocket. So what you want to make sure, especially when making this, is that your pressing is on point, because you do not want to stretch any of these little pieces, because as you can see, it would be really noticeable if one of them was a little more angled because of the pressing. So just go slow, press with your thumb and your finger and press it out, then press it with the iron. Other than that, this block is pretty self-explanatory as well. In the pattern, you're also going to be putting together the entire month 1 section. So you will see that in your patterns. On page 12, you will see that you are then putting all 4 of these blocks together and making your month 1 section. I hope that helped a little bit of me talking through that with you. I have no doubt that you're gonna make these blocks and put together this section, and it is gonna be absolutely beautiful. Okay, I hope you found that block walkthrough for your month 1 blocks 1, 2, 3, and 4, and turning them into the month 1 section to be very helpful. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun being able to point out what things you need to pay most attention to. As always, throughout the block of the month, if there is a spot in the quilt, whether it be a unit or a full block that you are struggling with, please email me at customerservice@mysoquiltylife.com, and I might see if I can make a full tutorial just showing you how to do that. I do plan to add a lot more skill builder videos, but I can only get those few done before the block of the month. I'm hoping that my lighting and my overhead camera will be installed shortly so that I can make better quality videos for you guys. But we're just gonna do with what we have for now. I wanted to get these videos out for you so that you could get started. But really quick, I wanna show you what this section will look like when you get it done. So here is our section 1, that piece with the sewing machine, that iron, the cute pen bowl and jar, and then just that portion of the desk. It looks so cute. I cannot wait to see your finished month 1 section. So every time you make a block, I want to see it. Whether you post it on social media or Instagram or even email me at customerservice.com. I love seeing what you create. Don't forget to use our special hashtag for the block of the month on social media. It is hashtag Quilt Room BOM, so that everybody else that's participating can see it, as well as tag me at mysoquiltylife so it goes in my notifications box so I definitely don't miss it. If you're just stopping by and this is the first time you're hearing about the Quilt Room block of the month, I hope you'll think about joining us. It's going to be so much fun. Head on over to mysoquiltylife.com. Under the fabric tab, if you drop that down, you'll see Quilt Room BOM, and you'll see all the information about the Quilt Room block of the month and everything that it comes with. I hope you guys enjoy this month's blocks. I cannot wait to see them, and I will see you next time on another block walkthrough video. Bye guys!